Today we're going to start another very important topic which is related to the Vesiculobullous diseases. So let's start it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, we're going to start with the classification of the vesiculobullous disease, which is very important. It can be asked in your examination. Okay, so what are the vesiculobullous disease? It is basically a mucocutaneous disease that is characterized by vesicle formation or formation. In their name, you know the definition. Either vesicles are formed or bullous are formed in this disease actually. Okay, so basically what happens that these are the collection of the clear fluid within or just below the epithelium. The fluid accumulates either within the epithelium, it is means intra, or below the epithelium, subepithelium. If bulla is larger in size than vesicles, you should know it. How to differentiate if someone asks you? So always remember, a bulla is always greater than 5 millimeter, and vesicle is actually less than 5 millimeter. Okay, means bulla is larger in size. Okay, you can see here a vesicle formation and the bulla's formation. This is a vesicle and this is a bulla. You can see it is large in size. Okay, the classification is on the basis of histology. Okay, they are either classified into two: intraepithelium, which I have told you that either vesicle and bulla formation within the epithelium, or subepithelium, either it is formed between epithelium or lamina propria, which is connective tissue. Okay. Okay, these are the attachments. You can see that on one is filaments, in number two we have desmosomes, in number three we have hemodesmosomes, and B at four is basal cell layer. Okay, so basically filaments are, you can see, and desmosomes are cell to cell attachment, and hemodesmosomes are the attachment of the basement membrane to the epithelium. Okay, now classification, another classification is basically acantholytic vesicles and for bulla, and non-acantholytic. First of all, what is acantholysis? You should know. Means it is a histologic feature reflecting the loss of adhesion of keratinocytes, each of her from squally of the antibody binding to the structure protein that is responsible for the cell to cell adhesions. Means the loss of adhesion between the cells. Okay, simply acantholytic, it occurs within the epithelium. Okay, so lesions are produced breakdown of desmosomes, which are cell to cell adhesion between the epithelium cells. So if someone have asked you that acantholysis occur in which, so it is basically in between the epithelium cells. And non-acantholytic vesicle formation occurs are produced by death or ruptures of group of epithelial cells. Means the lesions are produced by death or ruptures of a group of epithelium cells. Okay, now intraepithelium lesions are pemphigus vulgaris and familiar benign chronic pemphigus. Non-acantholytic is viral infections, which is including herpes, herpes simplex infections, herpes zoster, coxsackie infections, and subepithelium vesicular disease is erythema multiforme, pemphigoid group, which includes the mucous membrane pemphigoid and bullous pemphigoid, and epidermolysis bulla group, and linear IgA disease. Okay, you can see the classification based on the clinical presentation. They have tell you about the in which there are basically vesicle formation. Like in viral infections, there are actually vesicular formation and bulla formation occur in these, like pemphigus vulgaris, bullous pemphigoid, erythema multiforme, and bullous lichen planus, epidermolysis bullous impetigo, etc. Okay, now, classification on the base of etiology. It is on viral, means all the viral infections like herpetic gingivitis, herpetic labialis, recurrent herpes stomatitis, stomatitis, and then immunological conditions you have like pemphigoid, erythema multiforme. In heredity, you have actually uh, Haley disease, Dary's disease, and epidermolysis bulla, and miscellaneous conditions are impetigo and oral blood blasters. Okay, you can see a the diagrammatic representation of the distribution of the vesiculobullous lesions. Okay, in pemphigus vulgaris, which is a mean, there's a suprabasal layer, and basic you can see it. Then the pemphigoid is the lamina lucida. Okay, and one more thing, that mucous membrane pemphigoid second name is the cicatricial pemphigoid. Okay, you should know this. We ask in your MCQs.